Why did you come here?
To find you.
Is fate shadowing our movements?
That's an interesting question, because here we have a story about a Marine who finds this photograph in the middle of battle. He believes that it saves his life, so he sets out to find the woman in the picture. Is that fate? Seeing that object and finding it? Yes, I guess it is. But then after that, he makes a choice to go and find the woman. So it's a kind of combination of in a way, maybe fate opens doors. Do you choose to go through them? I think there's an interesting combination there.
Yeah, I like to read.
Give us a quote of your favorite philosopher.
As a director, how can you join the luck, the fate, and the love in this story?
Well, I think when you consider what are the odds that this couple will meet. You have Beth living in Louisiana running a dog's kennel. You have a Marine in battle in Iraq. On the face of it, these two are never going to meet. So what happens? A chance encounter with this photograph, which leads him to her all the way down in Louisiana. It's an astonishing sort of connection. And actually it was that idea that really sort of hooked me into wanting to tell this story, because I was so intrigued by that chain of chance and fate and possibility that brought these two together.
Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple.
Don't tell me.
This property, which had been a sugar plantation, served as a location of the Green family home. But why in Louisiana?
Well, I'll tell you a secret. Films follow the money. So we were going to shoot in North Carolina, but it turned out, which is where the novel is set, by the way, all of Nicholas Sparks' novel, but it turned out that Louisiana has a much more favorable financial environment for filmmaking. So many films go there for those reasons. Now, I decided that here we are in Louisiana, I must embrace everything Louisiana has to offer. This beautiful landscape, this gorgeous greens and water and trees with the Spanish moss, and it felt actually that it could add to this sort of erotic tension between these characters, if you like. So I loved that. I loved that opportunity. And besides, living in New Orleans for 6 months, please, who wouldn't want to do that?
Okay,
Yeah.
6 months?
Yeah, I was there for 6 months. Well, all the looking for locations, casting, preparing to shoot the movie, and then
Pre-production.
yes, and then shooting the movie for 3 months. So it was great.
Show me! Come on! Yeah! Champion!
I want you in my arms. I'm telling you the last time, baby, you got what I need.
Where did you do the post-production?
Much of the post-production was done in my hometown in Adelaide in Australia, where I live. And in fact, I did it from my beach house. Warner Brothers rented some houses. We brought all the editorial team from Los Angeles and from other parts of Australia in to live by the beach. I could ride my bicycle down the hill every day to the editing rooms. It was like being on vacation, but working. So I really enjoyed it.
Only thing is he didn't quite realize I expected him to stop dating.
Was it easy to shoot the sequence in the river, under the bridge?
That was very complicated, very difficult scene to shoot when, an accident happens down by the river and people's lives are at stake in the story. And of course, you've got all sorts of elements. You've got, rushing water, we've got rain, thunder, lightning, and, and stunts that are happening, potentially very dangerous situations. So you have to be extremely careful with safety and all the rest of it. But I had great actors, and in particular, the little boy just loved it. And he wanted to do the whole stunt himself. So we let him do a little bit because there was safety mechanisms, but then we had a double for more risky parts. And he showed the way for everybody. He was so excited to be doing this. I couldn't believe it. Cold water in the middle of December in Louisiana. He just wanted to keep going, do it over and over again. It was funny.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. It was nice, different question.
It was in the morning, after a night raid. I just found it. Like I was meant to.
Manténla a salvo.
I promised myself that if I made it out, I would find that girl and thank her for saving my life.
I'm Beth.
Logan,
What brings you to Hamden?
it's kind of a long story.
There's a man here who came to apply for the job, and I can't get rid of him. How'd you get him to leave?
I gave him the job.
You don't know anything about him.
Neither do you.
De Nicholas Sparks, el autor de The Notebook.
Who's that?
That's just somebody that Nana hired.
Night all.
Do you like jambalaya?
Ben, I'm sure that Logan already has plans.
I can't remember the last time I had a plan.